My opinion, the majority of the celebrities and hip hop rappers and artists and movie stars, they're all narcissistic. They really are. But in this case, because this situation is beyond toxic and y'all keep tagging me, I'll speak on this one time and one time only. If you're going through something similar, please take the advice that I'm giving, using these two individuals, these two young people as an example.
What are you talking about?
It is my professional opinion. I think Chrisean and Blueface are both cluster B. They both have cluster B disorders. Now, which cluster B disorder, that's to be determined. If you ask me, I think Chrisean, she gives me borderline personality disorder. She could possibly be a histrionic. Blueface, in my opinion, is a sociopath. He's very calm, but he's very criminal-minded, and he's very abusive towards women and the women in his family. And he also comes from a narcissistic mother who's very manipulative. She's emotionally incestuous with her son, very enmeshed. She acts more like a girlfriend or a wife instead of a mother. She's very messy, and that's where he gets the majority of his bad behavior and his abusive ways from his mother and his sister. His family, they're narcissistic. And ladies, we've been with men like this. You know what it's like when you're dealing with a narcissistic man, when you're in a relationship with this type of man. His family is very messy. He has a messy, two-faced sister. His mama is cool with his exes and baby mamas. Like, they come together, they band against you. They secretly plot against you. They talk shit about you. And, they know he's cheating on you. So he's a product of his toxic, abusive family. They've trained him to be dysfunctional. Chrisean comes from a very abusive background. We know her father was abusive, which is, it'll explain why she attracted Blueface. Blueface is just a reincarnated version of her abusive daddy. That's why she's attracted to Blueface so much, because he's basically her father in another body. Now that Chrisean is pregnant, he's showing his natural ass because in his mind, he's got her trapped. He's connected to her forever through the baby. So it gives him the authority to treat her like trash. He was really treating her bad before because she wouldn't leave him alone. But now that she's locked down with a baby, in his mind, it's like, oh, damn, I got her right where I want her. I'm going to accuse her of sleeping around with men. He knows the baby is his. He's trapped her, and now the whole family and everybody's going to come against her. She needs to stop drinking. She needs to focus on the future of the baby and protect that baby from Blueface and his family, because there's going to be drama when the child gets here, and the child's going to be exposed to more abuse.
No, you went to my phone. But I don't know why. I don't know what specifically what was in my phone. Forgot. What? We got drunk as fuck, and he waited till I passed out and went through my phone. And then
tell him, cut it right.
I am tired. I am frustrated. I am overwhelmed. I am sick of the burdens. I am sick of the pain. I am sick of the warfare. I am sick of not being elevated. I am sick of not getting my blessing. I am sick. I'm tired of still serving. I am tired of still fighting. I am tired of digging and scratching and clawing just to get to the blessing. Why must I keep serving just to get the abundance? Why must I be obedient just to get the elevation? Why can't you open the door without me having to fight and dig? Why must I be crushed? Why must I be tested? Why must I be challenged? Because it hurts. I am ready to quit. But this is the place where you are caught in the crosshairs. This is the place where you are being developed. This is the place where God is cultivating the necessary levels of power and spirituality on the inside of you. This is where you find out if you really love God. This is where you find out the power that you have on the inside of you. This is where your testimony derives from. This is the place that puts you in a position to be all that God has called for you to be. And if you ever plan on being anybody that walks in authority, that walks in leadership, that walks in abundance, instance that walks in purpose. You gotta learn how to survive when you can't do nothing else, when you ain't got nobody to talk to, when you don't feel like you got no help, when you feel all alone and you feel secluded from everybody else. Even when God ain't giving you an answer, you gotta learn how to dig deep and survive. Because if you can't do nothing else, you gotta know how to survive. Because your survival will put you in a position to be elevated. Your survival will put you in a position for God to do what he wants to do in your life. I know you can't see it. I know it don't make sense. I know it's tiring. I know you're sick of fighting. But if you dig deep on the inside of you, you will find there is a survival instinct on the inside that God is trying to get you to operate in. So pull from the anointing, pull from the power, pull from the righteousness, pull from the spirit on the inside of you, and walk out your day-to-day life in the midst of hell, in the midst of pain, in the midst of tears, in the midst of sorrow, and show all that God has given you the power to survive. If you receive that and agree with that,